One thing that I think is super unique about me is the way that my family is interconnected with the government and U.S. positions. Like my grandfather, my uncle, my cousins, and some of my aunts, they were all part of the U.S. government. Like they were in the military or U.S. Customs Border Patrol officer, police officers. I think that's really fascinating and interesting. And I'm able to ask them stories, how their investigations go, or how it is communicating with their peers and how easy or difficult their job might be at times. And I think that's something unique to me because I have that insight. And I don't think a lot of people are able to get insight into the positions or career paths that they choose because their parents aren't in those positions, I guess, if that makes sense. Next, I definitely think it's an irrational fear that I have. It's definitely being watched while I sleep. It's something that skews me out thinking about it. I think I developed this fear due to like watching scary movies when I was younger, specifically like paranormal movies, like where someone is possessed or some sort of like demonic controlling or something in their universe. And so like when their family member is possessed, they're just like standing and watching the other family members sleep or something, and then it's like through like a video camera, a nighttime video camera, and they're just standing there watching them, and then when they wake up they're just gone. That's a big fear that I have, or just being watched in general, like sleeping. That entire concept skews me out. Next, I'd say if I had to choose a different major, it would definitely be criminal law and justice, mainly due to the fact that I'd be able to get a better insight into how government positions work, as well as how conversations might be in those government positions, like how communication might be, how difficult it might be, whether communication is sometimes not as easy, or maybe it's easier than I think it is, which I doubt. But definitely criminal law and justice to get that extra insight into the position. Next, people may think that I'm shy or not outgoing at all, but once you get to know me, I definitely think I'm an outgoing person, or I'm just like kind of like a goofy person. The reason people might think that I am shy is definitely because I present myself that way to avoid conversations, and it's not like I do that intentionally to avoid conversations, but it's something that I did all of my life that I'm just used to doing now. And now that I'm trying to get out of my shell, I think I'm trying to lessen that kind of like barrier that I put around myself, and mainly try to work on presenting myself openly and to gather people around me, or to make it seem like I'm not closed off anymore, if that makes sense. Now, a time that I would like to visit or go back to would definitely be the summer of 2023, mainly because I think that was the happiest I've ever been in my life, because my cousins were visiting after years of not speaking to my cousins. I definitely think that was the happiest I've ever been, because we've all grown so much and we haven't seen each other in a while. All my cousins, we visited my house because we have a pool in the backyard, so we all visited and just had like a big barbecue pool party to commemorate the occasion. Yeah, and I think it was really fun and it was exciting to do. Next would be something that I realized is how often I use filler words, or how often other people also use filler words, whether they're not even like consciously doing it or they just slip it in. Filler words are practically used all the time in conversation, like, etc. All these things, all these filler words to fill in gaps or to make sure your point, or to like, I guess, fill in that space that you're thinking of. You know, we use words like, you know, like, all those filler words. I never realized how many people use filler words throughout their conversation until I took this class. So thank you for your time.